Hi friends, welcome to the Wild Side. I'm Steve Hall. Benjamin Franklin has been quoted saying, "Beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy." Now that quote has been debunked by some historians, but in these modern times, it's a fact there seems to be a budding love affair between beer, especially craft beer, and agencies working to protect our natural resources. Let's go to Montgomery Bell State Park, where people are getting a taste of this unexpected trend. Bike riders are camping out and getting pumped up in the park after signing on for the annual Brad event. And no, it's not a seminar for spoiled kids.
This is a bicycle ride across Tennessee, and it is to benefit the Rangers Association, and it is to get people out to enjoy some of our beautiful parks that we have. We do this once a year, and they will go, I think, 70 to 80 miles a day and visit 5 of our parks across 5 days.
Along with the bluegrass, there's something new and unusual about this year's event as bicyclists go from the sign-up line to lining up for a free taste test.
This is an American blonde ale called the Tennessee State Park Blonde.
Okay.
We brewed it just for the guys here at Tennessee State Parks.
You heard right. They are testing and buying a new craft beer called Tennessee State Park's Blonde Ale.
Absolutely. I'm Holly. I'm with Tennessee Brew Works. Tennessee State Park Blonde. There you go. It's super light, refreshing, easy to drink, especially if you're going to be biking all day.
Oh, yeah.
Part of the proceeds actually go back to Tennessee State Parks Conservancy.
It's very unusual. In fact, we're the first state park system that we know of that has our own beer.
This is all part of a partnership between parks and Tennessee Brew Works.
We get a percentage of the gross proceeds, and Tennessee Brew Works contributes some money, as do the distributors throughout the state. For every case that's sold, we get a portion, and that portion goes to the Tennessee State Parks Conservancy.
You know, we like to participate in philanthropy for things that we believe in whenever possible. The fact that we're able to use our beer to garner additional attention and participate in the growth of the Conservancy for the Tennessee Parks makes us very proud.
There's a board of directors of the Conservancy, and with a request from us, from the state park system, why they'll take that money and they'll reinvest it somewhere in the park system to help preserve and protect in perpetuity the great scenic wonders, the cultural and the natural assets of the state.
Tennessee State Parks is a division of the Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation with a stated mission to preserve, protect, and wisely use the state's natural resources. It's not unusual for parks to team up with the Nature Conservancy, so maybe we shouldn't be surprised that the Nature Conservancy is also buddied up with beer brewers.
It's an awareness campaign. So we're working with Jackalope Brewery here in Nashville, Hutton & Smith in Chattanooga, and Yeehaw Brewing Company in Johnson City. And the whole idea is to raise awareness about the power of forests to provide us clean water, which ultimately gives us great beer.
The campaign starts with an outreach program called October Forest, as breweries share Nature Conservancy coasters and website information with their customers.
It's like the base. It's the base of the whole thing. Like, why even bother making beer if you're starting with something that isn't good?
Not only is Jackalope Brewing Company a part of the awareness campaign, it also brews a beer called Wild Woman, with a percentage of revenue shared with the Land Trust of Tennessee. The beer is made from hops grown on Land Trust property. The business was co-founded by a law school graduate who planned to be an environmental attorney, but decided to make beer instead.
Our sustainable practices are clearly important. You know, all of our spent grain we give to farmers. They feed it to their animals. It's got a lot of protein and fiber in it. So we try not to waste things that we don't have to. We reuse our process water for our next brew, so we're not sending water down the drain that we don't need to. And then, you know, on a more specific level, you know, as far as the Nature Conservancy's October Forest is clean water. You can't have good beer without clean water.
We're working in 26 states on this with more than 60 brewers. And the reason we did this is because, you know, not everybody's an outdoors person, not everybody's an environmentalist. We realized, you know, if we make beer drinkers and beer lovers aware of how important water is, and clean water, and forests to that clean water, we would have some more people on board to help us protect forests.
Back at the park, a party atmosphere continues as more people pop a top off the new beer, where hoppy seems to make people happy.
I love the hoppiness to it, the IPA, and there's a little bit of, we were talking about it, kind of a citrusy thing going on. Nice and light, especially for this type of weather. And we do bike trips and we like to ride all day and then have a beer at the end, so it's a perfect pairing. Yeah.
The gathering also becomes a meet and greet for state naturalist Randy Hedgepath. Minus the beard, he's the face of Tennessee State Park's Glendale.
We knew that the guy on the bottle was a real ranger, and then we saw, I guess your camera, I set up there and I looked and I said, holy crap, that looks like the guy on the bottle. And it was the guy on the bottle.
I'm still recognized even without the beard. I thought I looked totally different without a beard, but apparently not.
We started just thinking about who would be the most ideal person for that, and who best personifies our Tennessee State Park system, resource protection and cultural resource protection. And Randy just kept coming to our minds.
Well, it's special in so many different ways. Craft beer as an industry has really gotten popular, not just in the United States, but even in the world. And here we have this one brief moment in time where we can use some clout that we're actually gaining from its popularity and do something that makes us proud and something we believe in. And being able to work with the state parks to really further their cause using our product is just amazing.
The more beer they sell and make profit for themselves, it also profits our State Parks Foundation for our work.
It's really refreshing, and I love the fact that money from this goes to state parks. You know, state parks are usually the first thing that gets cut. Where we come from in Canada, provincial parks, first thing that gets cut in all budgets. So any way that people can support in the United States state parks, I'm all for it.
We're one of the only state park systems, one of only 7 in the whole country that doesn't charge to get into our parks. And so we believe that it is important for everyone to help us conserve and protect these beautiful treasures that we have in our state.
There's more information on tap at our website, wildsidetv.com.